Let's go.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. Yes, I'm back with a live watch along for the second leg, Aston Villa versus Bologna. Can we seal the deal and get into the semi-finals of the Europa League? We are 3-1 up from the first leg, so it just needs to be job done for Villa. Obviously, we're here with live commentary and opinion, banter, all that jazz. Get in the chat. Have your comments as the game is going on, as get to as many as I possibly can. We'll obviously do the build up to the game as well. We'll talk about the team lineup. A few surprises in there for me. You know, I know we've got these pending suspensions if we get any more yellow cards, but Unai's gone strong with the lineup, and I'm happy about that because I think we've had enough time away. We've had enough break. We need to get the players playing into some form of rhythm. But it's a strong lineup, which I'm pleased with. Will there be changes if we do get the job done earlier on in the game? We'll wait and see. But we'll get into that. And I want to get your comments and your thoughts on the team lineup, your thoughts on the game ahead, and obviously your score predictions as well. Make sure you hit that like button and do hit that subscribe button. I feel like I've been saying this for a while now, but we are about 60 or 70 away from the big 7K. So please help us by hitting the like button, spread the word of the channel, hit the hype button after the event. I think it's after it's happened. Go back in and hit that hype button, and also subscribe to the channel as well. Let's see who is in at the minute. We have got Ange. Let's do this. Absolutely great to have you in. David, good evening to you. Jay, good evening. Dantrum. Rich, yes, he has gone full strength. And we'll talk about Sancho as well. Yeah, Sancho on the bench. Good afternoon to you, Afex Ryu. And yeah, hopefully no suspensions. But do you know what? I think just get the job done today. We can worry about that when that time comes, if it happens. You know, whoever we're playing, whether it's Porto, whether it's Nottingham Forest, should we get through tonight, we worry about that when it happens. You know, we've got a big enough squad. We can cope with one or two suspensions. I'm sure about it. Guten Abend, Rich. Good evening to you, Jimmy. And Rachel, good evening. And Michelle, great to have you in as well. 37 of you in already, which is just amazing. So thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant stuff already. So let's get to that starting lineup. We have Emi Martinez in goal, recovered from that calf strain from Sunday against Nottingham Forest. Interestingly enough, just watching the build-up there, Joe Hart and Stilian Petrov were talking about Emi Martinez smashing balls on the volley, putting that extra fade on it. No, the long balls, the accuracy was brilliant. So hopefully not feeling any ill effects of that calf strain that he's got. So we never know. We might see an accurate long pass from Emi Martinez like he did against Lille in the second leg at home last time. So watch this space with that. Cash, Konsa, Pau and Digne. So Lindelof on the bench, but Cash and Digne are obviously two players on that yellow card. Maybe a little bit surprised that Luca Dean's on the bench. Luca Dean's starting, and Matson's on the bench. I may have expected Matson to start, but there we go. And Yuri Tillemans and Amadou Onana as that central midfield pairing. I think that's really good. I think they need to keep playing together and keep that partnership going, which is keeping that rhythm. Tillemans wasn't at his best against Forest, I would say, but when watching the highlights and some of they did a little feature on him on BT Sport, all of the chances that we created, Yuri Tillemans was involved in it somewhere along the line. So even in maybe one of his less involved games, or a game where he does give away the ball a little bit more than usual, he was still extremely effective and could have had the assist for John McGinn's shot that was well saved by Sells, which was a brilliant pass. So yeah, good for them too in that midfield. Then we've got McGinn, Rogers and Buendia, and Ollie Watkins up front. So hoping for some real movement in that midfield area behind Watkins, hoping that Watkins repeats his performance from last week, which was probably his best of the season. And they don't have John Lukumi as well at the back, so hoping for him to give them a torrid time. And Emi Buendia putting the pressure on, closing down with John McGinn and Morgan Rogers. Hopefully he can get back to some sort of form as well. He's been a little bit off it, but we know what Unai Emery's like with every player. He is loyal to, he plays them and he plays them and he plays them until they are back into form. Let's get into the comments because we've got loads. Let's just see what we've got here. John thought Tammy. Yeah, me too. But I mean, he's hardly featured at all, has he? So the chances of him starting right now are quite slim. You know, maybe he gets a little bit more time this game. We'll see. Praying we keep a clean sheet. It sounds easy. Why can't we rest anybody? I just don't think that's Unai's makeup. He just doesn't do it. You know, you could argue Konsa was rested against Forest, so he does do it at times, but we just got to play what's in front of us. And to be honest with you, the players should be able to cope with this. They haven't had that many games, and yeah, we've got a game on Sunday, then we haven't got a game for a week, so they can't cope with that. And football players love playing matches. I keep saying it. They love playing matches. They can't play enough football matches, so they shouldn't be tired. They shouldn't be tired. I think we as fans make way too many excuses for players and say, oh, they're tired, they're this, they're that. Look, man, they shouldn't be tired. They should be super fit. Freiburg knocking out Celta Vigo. The other side of the draw is looking weaker. I think Freiburg are the dark horses, mate. I really do. Really do. If we win tonight, well, the first time we'll be home away. We'll be away in the first leg because we finished in the top 2 of the group phase. We get the second leg at home every round that we're still in. So that will be good. I'm just worried that should we get through tonight and we face Nottingham Forest, I just worry about that game. Away at City Ground first. They get a scrappy 1-0 win or a 2-1 victory or something like that. Come back to Villa Park and then put 10 men behind the ball or 11 men behind the ball, including the goalkeeper, and we can't break them down. That would be my most frustrating time. So I know we talked about this yesterday on the preview. I would rather have Porto. I have to say, I'd rather have Porto. Adam, good evening to you, mate. Lock in and focus. Can't afford to start like the first half last week. They've got nothing to lose tonight, so they will come out flying. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they come out. I mean, do they come out flying, all guns blazing, or do they try and stay in the game up until sort of the last half an hour and then throw everything at it? It'd be interesting to see. Maybe they give it a go for the first 10 to 15 minutes. And if they don't score, then maybe sit back a little bit and wait. But it's an interesting one with regards to, you know, ultimately you need to score. When you need to score they need to score 3 goals to win. They need 2 goals to take it to extra time. But, you know, do you set it up where you go out after it in the first half, get a goal, and then ease off a bit, try not to concede, and then go after it again later on in the game? Interesting to see how they would approach it. I thought we'd say Watkins says, John, we can, but we want to win this tie to set us up nicely. Absolutely. A lot of minutes for some of these players, hopefully no injuries, and get the game wrapped up early. Can see it being a tough one, though. 2-1 to Bologna on the night, and Villa scrape through. Oh, interesting. Interesting, David. Davey, good evening to you, mate. We've scored first, the tie is over. Need to double up on Rowe. Yeah, I agree. We'll have a plan for him tonight, and it'll be interesting to see whether he has the same effect tonight as he did last week, because he was brilliant and he gave Cash a really tough time. Now, if you're Matty Cash and you're a top right back in the Premier League, you will watch video after video after video, and you will learn what you need to do. Do you step off him? Do you go half and half? Do you go really tight to him? That's what you've got to look at now. You've got to adapt. You've got to adapt the way that you're playing. What if beginning? Yeah, I know, but what if my auntie had, you know what? You can't play the game like that, mate. You've just got to go with the strongest team that you can. People can get injured in training. So, you know, they're professional footballers. That's what they have to do. No injuries, no mistakes, no suspensions, please. Absolutely. Just want to see a controlled, disciplined performance tonight, please. No silly mistakes. Unai wants this, absolutely, and so do we. I want this trophy. Yeah, man, it'd be so good. It'd be so good to get this trophy, 100%. Yeah, Dancho, I'd rather Porto. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Up the Villa from Canada. Shelley, great to have you in. If they get the early goal, says LG, it'd be tough. We all know this group of players can put a stinker in. We do, mate. We do. But I just sense the mentality's right at the minute with the players. Do all the yellow cards get wiped before the semis or the final? So, as far as I'm aware, after tonight, we're still in the competition. The yellow cards get reset. So this is again, I guess, for justification for resting one or two players is the reason why you would rest them tonight. But you want to make sure you get through. So, but that is the justification because they do get wiped after the game tonight. So, obviously, if someone gets sent off or booked twice in the first and the second leg of the semi-final, then they're suspended for the final. Someone gets sent off, they are obviously suspended for the final. But yeah, anything before that is wiped. Let me get your score predictions in, please. I want to hear from you what you think. I know we had David said 2-1 to Bologna and Villa scraping through. We've had a few yesterday, last night on the match preview. I've gone for 2-1 for Villa. So I do think Villa will win tonight. Will be tough. Terry has gone for 2-0 Villa. And there is absolutely only one Terry Turner. Dantrum says Aston Villa 2, Bologna 1. Why did you go C-Juice 44? I thought you were a different name yesterday. But anyway, sometimes YouTube does that. It's strange. 2-0 Villa. Good. 3-0 Villa, says LG. Gary says 3-1 Villa. Weston 1-1. John 1-1. That takes us through, mate. Absolutely. I mean, Arsenal stupidly was watching the Arsenal game last night instead of that Bayern Munich Barcelona game, which is, I think, is going to go down as one of the all-time Champions League classic games. The Arsenal game is certainly not going to go down as one of the all-time classic games in the Champions League. So, but Arsenal did the job to get through, didn't they? And nobody cares how you get through. It's just that you get through. So, look, certainly take a 1-1, take a 0-0. I wouldn't want to defeat. I wouldn't want to go through having lost tonight. But got to get through by hook or by crook. Philly the Villains is 2-1 Villa. Obvious me says, evening, gents, let's get this done. 1-0 Villa. Oh, Jesus, Watkins hat-trick tonight. Rich, not sure about tonight, to be honest. I do think we'll go through, just not sure of the result. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's fair enough. And I know you were saying that last night as well. I think we might be able to tell a little bit more by how we approach the first few minutes. I do think we'll be better than last week's game. I thought we were very rusty in that first half an hour. I think now we've had a couple of games. I think we should have our rhythm. And I guess that's a little bit more why Unai is playing these players so regularly and not making too many changes, because you want them to play themselves into some sort of form. Henry needs to be taking the Sunderland game more serious. Yeah, no, I get you. I absolutely get you, mate. I do get you. But, I think there's no shortcut and there's no substitute for actually playing matches. Let's say tonight we win 3 or 4-0, right? And Watkins gets 2, Morgan Rogers gets back on the score sheet, John McGinn scores, or Buendia scores, someone like that. Then you'll be like, they're raring to go for the next game. Everyone's in a rhythm. Let's not change. Don't change the side. The players are brilliant. We wouldn't be saying, oh, they should have rested them. What about if you rest these players tonight and then we lose and we go out, then everyone will be saying, why did you need to rest these players? They've just had 3 weeks off. They shouldn't need any rest. So I understand all the points. At the end of the day, the result and the performance will determine how we react to Unai's decisions. 100%. 2-1 Villa, says another Villa podcast. Yeah, good lad, Michael. But you got to stick your neck out, mate. Rogers is due a goal. Yes, he is. Fear the Beard. Good evening, bud. Hard luck tonight. Good luck tonight. Hope you guys put in a good performance. Yeah, hope we do, mate. Absolutely. And Ryu thinks maybe a 1-0 loss. I just can't see us getting beat tonight. Hopefully it'll be a good atmosphere as well. You guys will have to keep me posted on how good the atmosphere is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a full house as well, which would be good. And I can just see now the light display, players in the tunnel, and players will be coming out soon. Let me just check what the Bologna team is. So they have gone for Ravaglia in goal, Mario, Vitic, Casali, and Miranda at the back. So no Hegem, who had a tough time against Watkins last week. So interesting change there. And also then Vitic at the back for Lukumi as well. So two different centre-backs. They've gone for Morrow, Freuler, and Ferguson in that midfield, with Bernardeschi, Castro, and Rowe up front. So yeah, a couple of changes for them. So we will see how they cope with that. And where's the bench? I can't see the bench here. I know Villa have got a good bench. Let's just go back to Villa's bench, because we have Bizot, Wright, Lindelof, Mings, Elliott, Garcia, Abraham, Sancho, Louise, Matson, Bailey, and Bogard. So quite a strong bench for Villa. I'm always disappointed that Ross Barkley's name's not on the bench at the minute for the Europa League. It's such a shame. And obviously Alisson's back in training as well. So it would have been nice to see him potentially. But, you know, we do what we can do. Players coming out now. Let me just get myself set up with my screen. Do hit that like button, people, and hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel and you've just joined, you haven't already. Please, no spoilers in the chat as well. I know some of you will probably be ahead of me, so please, no spoilers in the chat, and I'll keep reminding people as we go through, as we get more people joining. And yeah, keep your comments flowing in. I'll try and get through as many as I can as the game's going on as well. Oi oi to you, Nick. Great to have you on board. Let's stuff them. Absolutely. So we've got, hey, that's good. We've got a villain against the Bologna. I don't know what they would be called. Bologna toe rag. And then players coming out. Lovely atmosphere, lovely site at Villa Park. Under the lights and all that. Yeah, yes, Chris, that's the best spoiler. That is the best spoiler. There's Unai. They love the tifos these days, don't they? Absolutely love them. Yes, yes, Michael, like button. Great to have you in, Patrick. Good evening, everyone. And up the Villa. I've got a little bit of a cold, people, so you'll just have to bear with me. Stuff going around at the minute. Coughs and colds again. There's Ollie and Rogers. A lot of speculation about Morgan at the minute. Typical speculation. Let's go from New Zealand. Yes, Stephen. In the morning, is it over there? What would it be? 7 o'clock in the morning, something like that? Yes, we can play Sancho in this game, mate. He's on the bench. We will have a tough game on our hands. We will. Good morning to you, Bob Zini from Brisbane. So we've got New Zealand and Brisbane. We've got Canada in the chat. Amazing stuff. Yes, 7 a.m. Just getting up on a Friday morning to watch football, eh? Perfect. So there we go. There's the teams. Martinez in goal. Matty Cash at right back. Ezri Konsa, Pau Torres centre back. Luca Dean left back. We have Tielemans and Onana as a central midfield pairing. And in front of them, we have John McGinn, Morgan Rogers, and Emi Buendia with Ollie Watkins up front. Referees Jose Maria Sanchez from Spain. Hopefully he's not too card happy. Terry in Thailand listening. Yes, Terry. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Yes, mate. Yeah, don't tell us the score already. You probably already watched it. Beer at 7. Brilliant. So the players, Ferguson and McGinn, they are a little smile with each other, Scottish teammates. And McGinn wins the toss. So he's kept the same ends, I believe. And I think it will be Bologna to kick off. Bologna, Ravaglia, Gianmario, Vitic, Casali, Miranda, Morrow, Freuler, and Ferguson, Bernardeschi, Castro, and Rowe. 4-3-3. And they've got Hegem on the bench tonight and Pobega on the bench as well. So a couple of changes for them. So Jonathan Rowe is going to be well up for this. LG from Gibraltar, brilliant, mate. Great stuff. Yes, Steve, clean sheet in the first 30 minutes is key. Absolutely. So, Bologna to kick us off. We have the aerial shot. Ferguson is about to kick off. Come on, Villa. This is the big time now. Second leg of the quarter final. And we're off. I want to get some sound effects and stuff for next season for the watch along, so we can bring a bit of atmosphere to these. Headed up in the air and away by Tielemans, back up by the Bologna midfielder, headed away by Torres. It's a bit of head tennis at the minute, and Onana gets up well and is fouled by Castro, I think. It might have been Ferguson. Yeah, it's Ferguson, just leaning into him. I always worry when they put their arm out like that and just fall onto it. Tielemans plays it back to Martinez. Villa just setting it up. Good evening, David. Great to have you in the chat, mate. We've got over 100 of you in, which is brilliant. And me just standing on the ball, waiting for someone to move. Then he goes long, looking for Watkins, and cleared up into the air by the defender, headed on by Luca Dean. Lovely takedown by Watkins. Now he's driving forward, drops it into Morgan Rogers. Rogers keeps hold of the ball, plays it out to Luca Dean, finds Buendia, back to Yuri Tielemans, to Morgan Rogers. Little ball inside to Buendia, who goes back to the halfway line, and to Pau Torres. Some nice bit of football there from Villa. Plenty of players getting a touch on the ball. Cash has it now, plays to McGinn, holds off. Oh, brilliant. Oh, how's the ref given a free kick there? McGinn had the ball. That's very, 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 very dodgy there. McGinn got away from the defender. And yes, his arm was out, but the players ducked into him. And now he's claiming, well, he did take a knock to the face, but it wasn't a foul. Ohio. Brilliant, mate. There must be some Villa fans in Ohio. There must be. There must be. Someone in here can put you in touch with the Ohio Villa fans. Sure they can. But yeah, that was a soft free kick. That very soft. Now Bologna playing the ball across the back, but won by Buendia. Watkins now. Buendia takes it off him. He's into the box, hits the shot, and then it gets blocked. I'm not sure why Emmy did that. And now the referee's given another free kick. And we won the ball there as well. But brilliant closing down from Buendia initially, but I don't know why he took the ball off Ollie. That's never a free kick. That is never a free kick. But here, Buendia wins the ball. Ollie takes it forward. He's just driving. He's driving forward. I do not know why Buendia took the ball off him there. But Miranda, he knows he's in the game now. Good tempo from Villa so far. They do like to play it across the back line, and it is, it's one of them that Villa can capitalise on. Again, Onana doing well to block their passing lanes. Ball goes out for a throw-in just inside Bologna half. Yeah, man, that's two free kicks that have been given that being very soft. Throw in by João Mario Castro, looking to hold it up. No foul this time, but Bologna win it back, but give the ball away, and then Cash nicely back to the goalkeeper. And Konsa gets it back off Martinez, plays it into Yuri Tielemans, who just drops it off to Martinez, and now out to Pau Torres. Villa deep inside their own half, but not panicking. Tielemans this time goes long, looking for Watkins, who's, I don't know if he's pushed or he's asking for a foul off the ref. Referee's not having any of it. Dini just gets beaten to the ball, but Tielemans wins it back well. Oh, what? What's happened here? Another free kick. This ref. He must be a rival to Real Union, who Unai Emery's brother owns. Does he give a free kick there? No, he hasn't given a free kick. Wow. Yes, big performance, Charlie. Definitely. We need a big performance tonight. We need a big performance. Just want us to get through. That was probably more of a foul than the others, to be honest. That's a free kick. That's definitely a free kick. This ref, what is he doing? This ref posing? So he took 20 minutes to make that, to give that free kick. But anyway, Tielemans on the ball now. Plays to Pau Torres. Pau Torres back to Emi Martinez. Martinez into Onana. Onana just takes his time and then looks for Pau Torres, who's got a bit of space now. Pau Torres goes long, headed up in the air by the Bologna defender. Then Tielemans does. Oh my God! What? This referee! Oh my word! He needs to calm down, man. Obviously, he's a no contact in the game referee. This is crazy. Thankfully, nothing doing from the free kick. Just goes out for a goal kick to Aston Villa. 7 minutes in, 0-0. Nothing really to write home about right now, apart from the referee trying to spoil the game at every opportunity. I think that must be 6 fouls he's given already. Maybe even 7. Perhaps he's on a foul a minute. Oh, Bednarek sent off for Porto. Oh, flick on by Rodgers into Watkins. Watkins back to Buendia. Buendia driving forward, clips it over, looking for Rodgers. Just blocked by the defender. Villa keep the ball. Goes back to Pau Torres. Now he finds Emi Buendia again. We seem to be trying to take the ball off each other. Nice ball down the channel to Ollie Watkins. Watkins, little touch, does well against the defender. In the box now, plays back to Morgan Rodgers. Rodgers, Tielemans, no, Pau Torres with the shot, but it's over the bar. Good play. It's a little bit where Rodgers was just off it with the pass back to Tielemans there. Well, looks like if we do get through, we'll be playing Forest because they're down to 10 men. Porto are down to 10 men, sorry. Jan Bednarek with a red card after 8 minutes. Rowe now Driving forward, Constance was looking for the free kick. Nothing given from the ref. Cuts inside. Great block from Cash. Brilliant block. Rowe picks it up again on the edge of the box. Plays it into Ferguson now, but Digne does well after a loose touch and he gets the free kick. And he's down injured. Referee is going to probably have a word here. Not going to give a yellow card, I don't think. Loose touch from Ferguson, and then Digne got the ball clear. Yeah, there's nothing in that, really. Was a free kick, but there's nothing in that. I don't think there was anything in that on Konsa, if I'm honest. Konsa was a bit lucky there. He's not done well. He struggled against this Castro guy. Martinez long again. Watkins just hits him and the defender's back. A little bit unfortunate there. Roger closing the keeper down. Keeper goes long. Headed on by I think that's Ferguson again. He's against Tielemans. He's done quite well. But Cash with a nice ball up to McGinn. João Mario slips. McGinn plays it into the central area. Watkins lays it off to Tielemans. Ball's bounced up in the air. Back to the keeper, and he slips and boots it out of play. Should have put him under a bit more pressure there. But throw into Villa in attacking area. What? Let me know what happened with the sending off. Was it definitely a sending off? Long throw in from Cash, headed up in the air and away by Bologna. Rowe on the edge of the box, brings it down, and nice play out from Bologna, to be fair. But Villa win it back. No, they don't. It's a free kick given by the referee, as usual. Now it's Forest 1-0. So that is game over now, isn't it? Game over. They'll cruise it now. Yeah, definite foul from Pau Torres, to be fair. So Villa just letting Bologna have it just inside their own half. Centre-back's got it at the moment. Plays it across to, is it Vitic? He goes into, oh, nice bit of play there. Villa just let it go to each other. Torres gets a foot in, but it's picked up again. Long range strike, and it's into the arms of Martinez, who picks it up on the second attempt. Bernardeschi there with the strike. Good hit, but comfortable one really for Martinez. Tielemans does well to get away from the defender. Players are slipping in. I'm not sure what's going on. Bernardeschi now. Getting players forward here. Castro's forward. Ferguson's forward, but he goes into midfield. Onana just holds him up. Villa forcing Bologna back here. Again, are they going to put a cross in? They go cross field looking for Rowe, but I think it's going to go out of play. No, Rowe does really well to drop it back to João Mario, who is stepping into midfield a few times here. Just forcing Villa back a little bit. They're dropping players into areas that are quite difficult for us to pick up, but they haven't got behind us yet. So Villa keeping a reasonably good shape. Watkins now putting the pressure on, forcing them back, which is good. João Mario back inside their own half now. It's good shape from Villa. Get the impression if we do win the ball, we can catch them quickly on the break. Now they try and play it forward. Castro flicks it on. Konsa again looking for the free kick. Doesn't get anything. You can't wait. You've got to play for the whistle. Rowe now tries to beat Cash on the outside, and Cash steps in and gets the goal kick, or gets the free kick, does he? But that's great defending from Cash. But not happy with Konsa at the minute. And he doesn't look very happy. I don't know what you guys think in the chat. But yes, good defending from Cash. Yeah, that's a free kick. That's definitely a free kick. I mean, I'd give him that. I'd definitely give a free kick for that. Gibbs White with a goal for Forest. Betis 1-0 up as well. I think we saw in the chat there. So Bologna putting a lot of pressure on Villa, but they do well to play it out. But Rodgers just caught on his heels there. I wish you could see on the telly how whether they're caught on the heels when the defender gets there just in front of them. You can't see it on the TV. So it always looks like it's bad play from the attacking player, but it could be that it's a bad pass. So Bologna enjoying a lot of possession here. Slips though. Player slips again. Tielemans now comes forward and Castro pulls him back. The referee doesn't give a yellow card there. Thought that was a bit of a cynical one there. But that's I think there's about 5 or 6 players that have slipped over in and around that halfway line area, the middle third of the pitch. So whether there's been a bit of a shower, whether they've watered it heavily, but there's a few players that have slipped. Torres with a free kick just goes short to Konsa. Konsa out to Pau Torres. Torres plays a short one into Buendia. He's got a little bit of space. He finds Konsa, who's just backing off. Plays across to Cash. Cash just a little ball up the line to John McGinn. John McGinn careful not to use his elbows. Plays a nice ball inside to Buendia. A little back heel to Morgan Rodgers, who's driving forward now. Rodgers just holds it up, lays it off to Tielemans, back to Buendia to Rodgers again, into Buendia. Buendia tries a little drop ball. Now Watkins gets in! Brilliant football from Villa. Brilliant football. Brilliant play from Buendia, Tielemans, Rodgers, and then put on a play across to Watkins, and he couldn't miss into the empty net, and it's his 13th goal of the season. I think he now becomes Villa's record goal scorer in European competition, and it's Aston Villa 1, Bologna 0. Get in. Brilliant passage of play. I have to see that goal again. Have to see the replay just to see how many passes were in that move, because it was phenomenal passing move from Villa. Absolutely brilliant. Ball into Buendia, little back heel to Rodgers. Rodgers just drops it off. He almost loses it out, but Tielemans to Buendia, back to Rodgers, back to Buendia. Buendia into Morgan Rodgers, and then a little cut across, and Watkins just has the easy task of tapping it into an empty net. But the approach play was absolutely fantastic. Brilliant goal. And the Rodgers-Watkins combination is back. Yes. 100th Villa goal for Ollie Watkins, the first player since Peter McParland. What an achievement. Just, he has so many critics. Yes, he misses big chances. We know that. He's had a poor season. We know that at times this season. But look, 100 goals for Ollie Watkins is just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant achievement. Thanks, boys. Thank you. Glad to enjoy the commentary. And now it's 4-1 on aggregate. And can we just keep playing this football? Keep playing this football. Digne up into the air. McGinn holding off. And a combination McGinn and Onana, but Onana strides through. Plays out to Rodgers. Rodgers now facing up the defender. Shoots. Oh, good save by the keeper. Brilliant save by the keeper, and it's out for a corner. Onana at his best there. Striding through the midfield. Drops it off to Morgan Rodgers. He could have played it to Watkins, but chose to go to Rodgers, and Rodgers gets the shot on target, and it's a good save by the keeper and out for a corner. Yeah, Rodgers got the assist. And good old Watkins with the goal. He is on his purple patch. as we say. So corner to Villa. John McGinn goes short to Buendia. Buendia, little step over, drops it off to Rogers. Rogers, oh, Watkins again. Just blocked by the defender. I don't think he got a decent enough contact on it. Ball back with McGinn now. Clips it into the box. Headed up in the air by the Bologna defender. Keeper comes out and he's almost challenged by his own defender. I think he's hurt himself there. Says he's all right though. Yeah, brilliant goal, mate. Absolutely brilliant goal. Hit that like button if you haven't already. 1-0 to Villa. Nearly 150 of you in the chat, which is just fantastic. Thank you so much for your support. One of the best team goals we've scored in a long time. Do you know what, though? I was at the Forest game on Sunday, and you don't get the best of views, but seeing some of the passing moves that we did in that game, and it wasn't a great performance, I have to say. But when you watch the highlights, some of the passing moves that we put in that game are phenomenal. Some of the one-touch football was just brilliant. And that showed that today. And we finished it off with a goal. So props to the players. It was fantastic. Rogers just loses out there. Bologna have the ball with Breuer. Across to Bernardeschi. Faced up by Luca Dean. Cuts inside, hits the shot, but it's straight at Martinez. He doesn't take any chances, bounces down on the floor, but Pau Torres then just kicks it out of play. Maybe I thought, could Martinez have caught that, or was he a little bit unsighted? Be interesting to see that one again. Bologna, though, clip over the top, and the ball now harmlessly through to Martinez. Fiorentina 0, Crystal Palace 1, so they are home and hose now. Sarr with the goal. So it looks like we're going to have, at the minute, we've got 4 English teams in European semi-finals. Oh, Buendia nearly picks that up, but McGinn does well against the defender. Referee says, get on with the game for once. Tielemans sweeps the ball out wide to Morgan Rogers. Rogers up into the right-hand channel to Watkins, facing up by the defender. Holds it up, plays it out to Cash. Cash with a curling ball. Oh, just headed up. It was almost on a plate from Buendia. Tielemans manages to keep hold of it. Goes out wide to Luca Dean. Luca Dean with a cross. Rogers misses the ball. And it's cleared by the Bologna defender. Conte will pick it up. He'll go back to Martinez. But Villa look like they can attack at will at the moment. Bologna obviously throwing some players forward and they're leaving it 2-on-2 at the back at times. So we should be able to, should be more goals in this for us. Oh, referee saying hold up the game. Let's have a look. Maybe a handball in there. Yeah, his arm's up. Crossing from Luca Dean. Rogers misses the header. Defender's got his arm outstretched. Is the referee going to go to the VAR? Please, no spoilers. Please. Good evening to you, ABL. Yeah, Weston. It should be handball. We're having a look. These parts are really annoying, aren't they, in a game? Players are in such a rhythm. Then the game stops now. There's a minute and a half. What's he doing? Right, he's blowing his whistle and he's going to have a look at the screen. Unnatural position. This is the point. It's going to be given. We know it's going to be a penalty. Who is going to take the penalty? Who? Answers on a postcard. Is it going to be Ollie? Is it going to be Yuri? Is it going to be Morgan? Is it going to be Emi Buendia? Tielemans, Rogers, Watkins. See, we're all don't know. I think I'll give it to Yuri, There we are. It's a penalty. Give it to John McGinn. Vitic. Penalty against him. So here we are. Let's have a look. Who is going to take this pen? So Luca Dean with the cross, and Rogers missed the header. Well, did he get a little touch on the header? I think he might have got a little glance. It's very harsh, those type of penalties, aren't they? Remember that one that was given against Luca Dean? Oh, McGinn's holding the ball here. But is it a little decoy? He's going to give it to someone else. He's giving it to Morgan Rogers. Here we go. To put Villa 2-0 up. Hopefully he's been practicing in training. He goes back to set his run up again. Deep breath, deep breath. Another big deep breath. Another one. Here he goes. Shoots, and it's saved. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. We will never score a penalty. We will never score a penalty. Never. Not far enough into the corner. Good save. But not far enough into the corner. Anyway, throw in. Luca Dean to Buendia. Oh, he scored! There we go. There we go. There's the second goal. All you Bologna fans giving it the big one when you save the penalty. Switched off at the throw-in. I mean, that was so easy. So easy. Throw-in to Emi Buendia, steps inside one defender, and then beats the goalkeeper at the near post. I don't think he can believe his luck. But that is the second goal. And Morgan Rogers can give Emi Buendia a big kiss and say, thank you for getting me out of jail. 2-0 Villa, 5-1 on aggregate. Let's go. Yeah, just gets away from the defender. Little step. And Freuer, who's the number 8, I don't know, it's number 6. Sorry, I don't know what he was looking at. I don't know what he saw. But little step over, drop of the shoulder, and then beats the keeper at the near post. Oh, that's poor goalkeeping. After saving a penalty as well. Poor goalkeeping, but brilliant goal. And that is it. That is it. 5-1 in aggregate. Emi Buendia with the goal. Ferguson can't believe it. Rowe can't believe it. As you say, AVFC 85, game, set, match. Thank you, Shelley. Much appreciated. I'm glad you all enjoy it. I really am. I'm glad you all enjoy it. We've got over 150 in the chat as well. So brilliant stuff. Please do hit the like button and hit that subscribe button if you're just new to the channel. We want to get as many people involved as we can. Not just watch-alongs, match previews, match reactions. I do a monthly show with AVFC Academy, rounding up the news from the youth team. We do transfer talk, rumor shows. We do fans forums, all that on the channel. We're nearly at 7,000, on the road to 10. So please do come and join us. McGinn wins the ball and then gets the free kick off Joao Mario. Be interested to see how Bologna approach it now. Will they lose their heads a little bit? Take off our yellow card players. Well, the referee seems to be reluctant to pull the cards out. He's given away quite a few fouls in the first 10 minutes, but he's let the game flow a little bit more now. Maybe he just wanted to set a stall out in the game and then kind of release the reins a little bit later. But yeah, I think maybe some changes, give some players some minutes. And there's another free kick for Villa. Nice ball around the corner from Tielemans into Buendia. Villa looking to calm it down now. Buendia with his second goal in the Europa League. He can be frustrating, can't he, Buendia? But he's scored so many vital goals this season, and You know, it's been a really good goal scoring season for him this year. I don't know if he's up double figures yet. Is he? Someone in the chat might be able to tell me. Certainly up there with 8 or 9, definitely. McGinn almost played in Buendia, but he wins it back. Now Onana can drive forward. Oh, that's shocking. That's got to be a yellow card. Brilliant winning of the ball by Onana, and then Bernardeschi just pulls him down. It was 3-on-2 at the back. That was shocking. He stepped into midfield quite a lot, but he seemed to have given it away a few times. But yeah, he's pulled Onana down there. Terrible. Yeah, he does look better with Yuri on the pitch. He does. Yeah, maybe give Elliott a run out. That'd be good. That would be good. So Villa with the free kick midway inside the Bologna half. Yuri Tielemans about to take it. Just plays it short to Luca Dean. Everyone drops deep now. Luca Dean, it's the shot and he slips. And Bologna can try and attack, but Luca Dean did well to recover the ball. It goes back to Emi Martinez. That's about the 5th player to slip in a similar area of the pitch. So the groundsman, having words with the groundsman, all these players slipping over. Ball inside to Rodgers by Tielemans. Rodgers can't quite bring it under his spell, and Bologna win the ball back. Carry it over the halfway line. Castro, but he's stopped by Onana. But that was the referee's given a free kick there. That again, never ever a free kick. It's never been a free kick. Princess Charlotte, are the Royals there? I don't know, but you've asked that quite a few times. I'm not sure. So free kick here to Bologna. 2-0 to Aston Villa. Clipped in. And it is out for a goal kick, is it? No. Villa managed to clear it. Tielemans clears it to the halfway line. And Villa putting the pressure on. Bernardeschi switches out wide, looking for Rowe. Rowe, nice touch, trying to beat Cash down the outside now. Pushes him off the ball, but still got it. Drops it back. Bernardeschi puts the cross in again, away by Tielemans. Headed back into the box, and it'll go harmlessly into Emi Martinez's hands. ABL says Aston Villa 3, Bologna 1. Yeah, Allison isn't registered for the Europa. Oh, Rodgers almost got on the end of it. Nice quick thinking there from Luca Dean. Crossfield ball. And he was onside. Totally left. And he just couldn't sort his feet out. I think it was probably just a bit too far in front of him. But they are leaving gaps at the back. Again, crossfield ball from Bologna. Picked up by Bernardeschi. He's asking for a corner. Is he asking for a handball or a corner? He's going to have to be careful here. He's having to go at the linesman. He's on a yellow card here. He's saying handball. Yeah. He's maybe got a case. Exactly. He could do. Thank you, Steve. Great to have you in the chat as well, mate. Into the 33rd minute, Aston Villa 2, Bologna 0. Goals from Ollie Watkins and Emi Buendia, and Morgan Rodgers has missed a penalty. Flicked on there by Rodgers. Can Watkins pick it up? No, the defender just gets there in front and manages to clear it. It goes to Jonathan Rowe. It's now 1-1 Fiorentina against Crystal Palace. Luca Dean does well against the Bologna defender, but again, the referee's giving a free kick. Luca Dean's got to be careful. Again, I don't think that was a free kick. Yes, ABL. Don't spam the chat, please, mate. And Bernadeschi's desperate to get someone sent off. Desperate. Yeah, he's Gareth. I want to get him back involved. To be fair, but he's took another job, so he was doing analysis kind of full time and his own business, but he taking another full time job. So it's quite difficult for him to get the time to get it all set up, and then because he has to put a lot of time into getting the data and stuff, and then sometimes by the time the data was, because of the turnaround of the games, it was too much for him to do, and then too short before we're on to the next game. But we'll certainly get him back for next season and get him back on the analysis shows. But yeah, Talking Tactics was a great show. Great show. Bologna, funny side, they have some nice approach play and win the ball back well, but then they poor sort of decision making or poor final pass or poor defending lets them down. Nice play out from Villa there. Torres, nice ball along the floor to Rogers. Rogers sets it back to Buendia into Luca Dean. Nice ball inside, almost finds Rogers, but the midfielder read it well, to be fair to him. But if I was Emery, I would be tempted to rest a couple of players and make a couple of changes at half time. Not that he will, but we'll see. Bologna coming forward now. Vitic, who gave away that penalty, was saved by the keeper. I think he was still thinking about his save when he messed up against Buendia. Rowe picks the ball up. Is he offside? No, nice turn against McGinn. Clips the cross in, headed up in and away by Luca Dean. That's good reading of the game. Watkins puts his head in there, does well, drops it back to John McGinn. John McGinn, lovely little touch and turn there. Now Villa can attack. Oh, just unlucky there. Rogers tried to play the ball onto Ollie Watkins. It was just behind him, but some brilliant play by McGinn and Onana there. Surely that was a foul throw as well by the Bologna João Mario. João Mario now on the ball. Goes outside to Jonathan Rowe, faced up by Cash. Tries to take him around the outside. Cash just holding him up. Gets the cross in though. Knocked down by Konsa and booted away by Amadou Onana back inside Bologna half. Goalkeeper's miles out. He drops it off to Vitic inside the Bologna half. Still Villa just keeping their shape. And just waiting to get the ball back, and then they can have some good possession. Letting Bologna have the ball and then just picking it up nicely. Torres, nice feet there, but just stopped by Castro. And Ferguson can bring the ball forward. Plays to Rowe. Rowe faced up by John McGinn this time. Clips it in, but it's out of play for a goal kick. He does like to cut inside, doesn't he? He does go around the outside though, to be fair to him, but he's not had the same impact so far in this game as he did in Bologna. Yeah, it's got to be a mentality thing. I mean, I don't know. You'd think in training they're just smashing them in the top corner, bottom corner. João Mario back to the goalkeeper. Again, just out of his path and allows Watkins to close him, but he does knock it off the defender well. Defender, though, does he pull it out of play, but puts himself under pressure and Villa can pick the ball up. They're just very lax playing the ball across the back. So many times they've put the goalkeeper in trouble or a fellow defender in trouble, and we've picked the ball up so well off their mistakes at the back. I think Martinez is going to go long here. He does. Clips it forward. Watkins gets the run on the defender. Now he's faced up. Tries to take him down the outside. Plays it inside to John McGinn. McGinn now plays to Morgan Rogers. Rogers got some space. Takes it on. Oh, what a finish. There you go. That's Rodgers' goal. 3-0 Villa. Thank you and good night, Bologna. And that was a great goal. Watkins, from the long goal kick from Martinez, held off the defender really well. Intelligent pass into John McGinn, who again takes his time, looks up, feeds Morgan Rodgers on the left-hand channel. Rodgers faces up the defender, takes it onto his left foot and just smashes it beyond the goalkeeper into the far corner. And it's 3-0 Villa. No more, no less than they deserve. They've looked dangerous and devastating when the ball's gone forward. And yeah, Watkins does well against that defender. He's got so much time to space to look up. He finds John McGinn. John McGinn lays the ball out to Morgan Rodgers, who's onside. A couple of little touches, shuffles it onto his left foot, and then absolutely smashes it into the bottom corner. Again, beating the goalkeeper at the near post. Goalkeeper's body position is all wrong. Totally wrong, but we don't care. Game over. Now, there should be some substitutions at halftime. Now, if I was Tammy, I'd be itching to get on. But yeah, great for Rodgers to get a goal. 3-0 Villa. And it's a danger of getting out of control for Bologna here. It just seems like we can, like I say, they just seem so lax at the back. We've long ball forward from Martinez. They're leaving it 2-on-2 at the back. They play it across the back. They put themselves under pressure. They give the ball away in midfield, and they just seem so open. Quite naive in terms of the way that they've approached this game. Nice play from Onana and Tielemans there. Torres just holds it up. He goes back to Emi Martinez. Into the last 5 minutes of the first half. Aston Villa 3, Bologna 0. We'll have some talking points at half time, guys. Again, 2v2 at the back. Rodgers tries to nutmeg Vitek, but it goes out for a corner. I mean, these Villa players have an absolute field day here. So much space. So Torres, Onana, Watkins, Rodgers, Konsa, all in the box. Buendia on the edge. Let's see what they've been cooking up. What Austin McPhee. If we get a close-up of McPhee, we know we're going to score. They're planning something anyway. The marking wasn't the best in the first leg. Clipped in, headed up in the air by Vitek. Buendia tries to challenge for it, and it's kicked out of play by Bologna for a throw into Aston Villa. Digne with a long throw. Rodgers there, picks the ball up on the byline. A couple of little step overs, nice little skill. Defender does well to stick with him actually, but Digne steps in. Goes for the foul. Nothing given from the referee. Castro now looking to attack on the long ball, but it's got out of play. I'm sure Digne will have a word with the referee there because I think that was a free kick. Nearly 200 of you in the chat. Thank you so much. Hit the like button on your way in, please, people. What are we looking at in the other scores? 2-1 to Betis against Braga. That one's the one that's been close, isn't it? Betis against Braga. I guess Forest and Porto's close, but Porto down to 10 men. But still only 1-0. McGinn brought down by João Mario. Again, I didn't think the referee was going to give that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm fairly confident against Forest over 2 legs. I just, you know what, they'll have us at their ground in the first leg, and it will be a big atmosphere. It will be. So I wouldn't want to lose that game and then them have a lead to take to Villa Park and then really have something to hold on to, because we know what we're like at home. We're not good at breaking down a team. McGinn picks it up. Nice ball to Cash. Cash with the first time cross. Brilliant cross. Just about got away by Vitic, and it's a corner. Great ball in from Cash there. Fantastic pass. He's trying to put one of them look somewhere. It's like, that was easy, But he knows it was a good pass. He knows it was. So, corner to Villa again. Short one this time. Tillemans, little dummy, clips it in, headed away. Headed down by Konza. Looking for a handball again. Villa played absolutely adamant that's handball, but we still got it. Rodgers drops it back to Buendia. Buendia clips it into the box. Oh, Torres was just at the back post. Villa looking again, saying it should be a handball. Referee saying wait. But Villa have still got it into stoppage time now. It's going to be 2 minutes. Over the top. Looking for Morgan Rodgers. Bernadeschi trying to hold it up. And he's waiting for a free kick and he gets it. Now the referee is saying wait. Headed down by Konza. I don't think that was a handball. No, I don't think that was a handball. Yes, Desmond, my Villa. So talking points for halftime, I guess. Changes to be made. Will there be changes to be made? Best player of the first half. 3 different goal scorers. Missed penalty. When will we ever score a pen? Focus on the goal scorers there. Watkins, Buendia. It's great for Rodgers because he would have been annoyed at himself for missing that penalty, but matches it into the bottom corner. Beats the goalkeeper, all ends up, but it was poor goalkeeping on the 2 goals. Such poor goalkeeping. And Conser gets the free kick off Ferguson. Come on, ref. Hansi, Villa giving me a win on my birthday. Well, wow. Happy birthday. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, brilliant birthday present. Exactly, mate. Rodgers' goal was harder to score than the penalty. That's it. Half time. Emi Martinez summing up how Villa are feeling there, doing kick-ups towards the halfway line. Couldn't have gone any better for Aston Villa that first half, apart maybe scoring the penalty, but 3-0 up, goal from Watkins, goal from Emi Buendia, goal from Morgan Rodgers, 3-0, 6-1 on aggregate. Just looking devastating when we're going forwards at the minute. That having that 3-0 lead, 3-1 lead, going into the second leg has been massive for us, absolutely massive for us. And we've taken that on. We haven't played in a tense way. We've been excellent going forward. I mean, that first goal, what football, what brilliant football. Just fantastic football it was. And ball played across to Ollie Watkins to put into an empty net. Emi Buendia scored after Rodgers missed penalty. Straight away, the throw-in afterwards, the defence completely switched off. And then he just made his way into the box and then just beat the goalkeeper at the near post. Great finish. And then Morgan Rodgers, after great work from Martinez, onto Watkins. Great ball inside to John McGinn, who set up Rodgers for a brilliant finish with his left foot into the bottom corner. 3-0 Villa. What can you say? And it's happy 41 years of age for Hanse. Happy birthday to you, mate. Brilliant stuff. Enjoy your birthday. So yeah, let's talk about that first half. Do you know what that first goal reminded me of? It reminded me of the 90. I've said this so many times that this team reminds me of that 92-93 team. And that goal, if any of you are old enough to remember, Aston Villa 2, Ipswich 0. The second goal was when Dean Saunders hit that volley from just inside the Ipswich half, right up in the air, and it dipped down over the goalkeeper. But if you remember the first goal, it was about a 25 passing move that ended up with the ball going across and Dwight York putting it into an empty net. Now, the goal that we scored tonight from Ollie Watkins, that first goal, really reminded me of that goal. And there's been so many goals this season that reminded me of that 92-93 season. So many of those Morgan Rogers long-range strikes reminded me of Daly and Atkinson goals. And yeah, just when we're scoring the bangers from outside of the box, just that season this season reminds me so much of that 92-93 season. And that goal, that first goal against Ipswich was two phenomenal goals in their own right. You know, the passing move for the first goal from Dwight York, and then the brilliant goal from Dino, individual goal. But I think they both nominated for goal of the month. I think we must have won about 6 goal of the months that year. But yeah, brilliant goal from Watkins. Finished off by Watkins. You know, brilliant play from Tielemans, Buendia, and Rogers. And Rogers put it on a plate for Watkins. And then nice finish from Buendia. Puts the game to bed because, you know, we would have been a bit annoyed. That probably would have given Bologna a little bit of heart when that penalty was saved. And then Morgan Rogers gets his reward for the goal. Let's have a look. It was good, but this team made it look good, poor defensively. Yeah, but the first time passing was really good. But I do agree. I've said it before. They make so many naive mistakes at the back, this Bologna side. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Great team. Yes, Philly. What a goal that was by Dino. Brilliant. Yemi says, no changes at half-time. Keep it tight for 15 minutes, then rest some players. I do think that's probably most likely to happen. But you never know. He could take Rogers off now. Rogers has got his goal. He could maybe give him a bit of a rest. So happy for Rogers. Hit those likes, people, says King Lalu. Get in there. Hit the likes. It's going to do him so much good. Absolutely. Big Daly. Rest in peace. Whole ender in the sky. Good memories, says Charlie Ann. Yeah, it was such good memories. York, best strike I've seen in the Villa shirt. Yeah, mate. He's up there, man. Brilliant player. Yeah, we don't need to keep it tight. The game's done now. The game's done. They've totally lost their heart, and I'm pretty sure that they'll make a few changes as well. To be honest, pretty sure they will. Patchy said every time the haters slag off Watkins and Wendy, they score and shut the moaners up. Look, man, I think nowadays we just got to accept the players are what they are, right? We know what Watkins is like. We know he's a purple patch player. That doesn't mean he hasn't had a poor season this season, but at this moment in time, he's playing really well. He's got his mojo back. He's scoring goals. So we just have to love it. And Buendia, I already said at the start, towards the beginning of the season, when he started to hit form and he was scoring those key goals, I already said, look, I've been one of Buendia's biggest critics, but he has scored some vital goals for us this season. And when he's on his game, when he's in this stage where he's pressing, where he's harrying, where he's harassing, where he's playing it simple, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. So absolutely, props to him. Just say we go for it now. Yes, Watkins was a FIFA goal, 100%, mate, 100%. Look at Bayern and Madrid last night. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen with this game tonight. You can only beat the team in front of you. I agree. And do you want to bet against us? What a name that is. Brilliant handle. Bring off the suspension, boys, now. We've just seen the Morgan Gibbs White goal. Oh, I took a deflection as well. But still 1-0. So, we'll see if Porto can keep it tight and keep in the game. You never know. 15, 20 minutes to go. Sunderland is a huge game. It is, mate. It is a huge game because Liverpool are playing Everton, Chelsea playing Man United. If we get the job done, I can see Everton beating Liverpool and then Chelsea, Man United. You know, if Man United win, great. It takes Chelsea right out of the mix. If it's a draw, good for us. And then if Chelsea win and we've won, then it obviously puts this into third and a couple of points clear of Man United. So I'll take whatever result in that, but we just have to get the job done. We just have to get the job done. Yeah, Rogers too. Justice for Townley. Yeah, man. Do you know what, though? I know people have kind of said that Unai jumped down his throat, but John won't mind that. He's asked the question. He's got the answer. He's got plenty of press out of it. He's been able to write a couple of articles about it. I don't think he'll mind. I honestly don't think he'll mind. Even Bailey would look good in this game. Let's get his value up for summer suitors. We'll wait. We'll reserve judgment. We will reserve judgment. Yes, yellow cards get wiped. I'm sure we'll win our next two and Chelsea lose the next two. They can't catch us. Precisely, mate. Precisely. Bayern win the Champions League. Villa win the Europa League. Villa versus Bayern in the Super Cup. Yes, and we also play them in another friendly, don't we, mate? So we'll have, I think we could, if the stars align, have them in a pre-season friendly and then the European Super Cup, which would be very interesting. Very interesting. We have 200 of you in the chat, which is just fantastic. So I do want to thank you all. We've got people watching from New Zealand, Thailand, Australia, Poland, Ohio. Put in the chat where you're watching. Gibraltar. I know we'll have people from Tamworth and Lichfield and all that, which is absolutely great. So put in the chat where you're watching from. I always love it. I always love to read it out. I always love to see where people are watching from. 5 days apart. Definitely. It's mad how things could work out. I'm not going to count any chickens. Absolutely not going to count any chickens. But yeah, Sunday's a massive game. It is a massive, massive game. And Sunderland, no mean feat. They're a good side, very good side. PSG are winning the Champions League. They're a good side, aren't they, man? They're such a good team. Tulsa in Oklahoma. Brilliant stuff. Western Supermare. Yes, Michael. Repping the Western. Houston, Texas. Sweden. Yes, Gary. Regular watcher. Love it. Richard from New Zealand. We've got 2 from New Zealand. John's from the posh part of Erdington. Which one's that now? What now, mate? Queensbury in Yorkshire. Great stuff. Watching from Devon, says Yimi, but grew up in Sutton. From Tamworth, but live in Mablethorpe. Boca Raton in Florida. Looks like Forest see them off in the trophies as. Hopefully, mate. Thailand, yes. And Canada, yeah. Brilliant stuff. Yes, ABFC. Glastonbury minus the music. Manny, big up Rich and Villa are in a rich run of form in Europe. Brilliant. Forest might prove a very tough nut in the they will, mate. They'll be tough side, but as a lot of people have said in the chat, 2 legs. We should be able to beat them. East London, says Chris. I do want to say though, massive thoughts out to Elliot Anderson and his family, because I don't know if anyone saw the news that was broke by Nottingham Forest, but sadly his mother passed away suddenly, and that's why he isn't in the team or the squad tonight. So thoughts to that is just madness. So sad, so sad. So thoughts to Elliot Anderson and his family, because such sad news on a night like tonight, and yeah, so sad. And I'm sure the Forest players will want to get that result for him. Definitely. Where are we here? Worcester. Still at base camp, Nepal. Great reception. I want to know if that's true. That would be amazing if that's true. Norfolk, Leicester, Swansea, Philly, the posh part of Aston. Again, stretching. South London, Mickleton in Gloucestershire, Nuneaton. Originally, says Bob Zini, Yeah, Florida, home of the cult of Scientology. Clearwater, they own loads of stuff. Yeah, man, I love the documentaries about Scientology. I love them, man. The Louis Theroux one and the Going Clear. Mad stuff. Steve says Solihull. Where else? Nuneaton. Good. A few people watching from Nuneaton. Hale Zoen. Rogers Stomping Ground. Good stuff, Adam. Yeah, sad times. It is, man. Thoughts to his family, 100%. 100%. Yorkshire. I'm up in Newcastle, Tom. Do you know the Yorkshire Villains, Tom? I love all the Yorkshire Villains, Yorkshire Lions. Yeah, sad news about Alex Meninga as well. We used to remember him as the second choice keeper for Arsenal. Really sad. Really sad. He would have, yeah, Tammy would have put that penalty away. He probably would have done. Straight out of Bradford. Yes, Jimmy. Straight out of Bradford. Bracknell, Berkshire, families from Cannock. And Derbyshire says, do you want to bet against us? Cambridgeshire says Paul, and he's also said 7-0. Look, I know you go with some big scores, and it could actually be a big score tonight. It could actually be. Jim's a Kings Norton villain. He originally from the mean streets of Four Oaks, says. And Harris. Yeah, Elise's goal was amazing yesterday. Brilliant goal. No, I don't just get some. Yeah, man. Leeds fans. Leeds. Went to uni in Leeds many years ago. I like Leeds, though. It's a good city. West London Villain, says Craig. Good stuff. Lichfield Villa. Hagley, says Nicholas. Ashley Young lived there one time. He did. Yeah, Elise is brilliant. Weren't we interested in once? I'm sure we've been linked to so many players. Sean says, watching from Aston, 15 minutes from Villa Park. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Sweden, says Ollie AVFC. Great stuff. We're just getting ready for the second half. Make sure you smash a like if you are jumping out to watch the game, and then we'll do a quick little roundup after the game, and then I'll do my instant reaction. So do hit the like if you're jumping out to watch the second half. If you're staying with us, brilliant. And you want to get involved in the comments, get involved in the chat. But do smash a like and hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to that 7,000. We have a match preview. I'm going to do my instant reaction, which should be a happy one. And I'm going to be doing a match preview for the Sunderland game, either Friday or Saturday. Live watch along for Sunderland as well. So we'll be back for that. And then plenty of reaction shows. Fans Forum next week. Preview for Fulham and live watch along for Fulham as well. So loads and loads of shows to come over the next few days. So you want to be sticking with the channel. Definitely. Paul says we must buy Rowe and keep Watkins. Hey, is the Watkins sort of chat changing now? So Bologna making substitutions. Thank you, Tom. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And Borough Boy UK is from Chicago, US. Brilliant. Quite a few American viewers, which is just fantastic. So there must be more and more Villa fans over there in the US. Up the Chicago Villains, 100%, mate. Right, we're ready to kick off. Sorry, I was a bit late there. Let me just, I might have to add a couple of seconds on. Where are we? 45. Yeah, I think we're okay there. I don't think there's been any substitutions made by Aston Villa. 2 from Bologna, but no halftime subs for Villa. So it'll be interesting to see if we make any inside the first after 15 minutes. Be nice to see Sancho get a little run out. Oh, New Jersey. Great stuff. Up the New Jersey Villains. Yes, me, Kingston, Jamaica. Come on. Love it. Watkins holding it up does well. Buendia tries a little step over and pass, but just gives it away. Ball with Jonathan Rowe now. He's trying to skip away from a couple of Villa challenges, but ball's still on the halfway line at the minute. Villa just holding their shape. I do wonder if we will make changes, because it will be difficult for players to keep that motivation up. It'd be nice to get a couple of players on, fresh legs on, wanting to prove a point, but we'll see. So Joao Mario and Bernardeschi are off. Ball is with the Bologna goalkeeper at the minute. So Freuler is out and Joao Mario's out and Bernardeschi's out. So must have made 3 subs. Ball still at the back, and Vitic kicks the ball out, and he's gone down with an injury. Looks like a groin. It looks like a adductor muscle or thigh muscle. Thailand. Nice one, Nuna. Great to have you in. Oi, oi, Kingston Villains. Yeah, so let me just see the substitutions made. Where are we? Lineup. All right, so yeah, Zortia has come on, Simon Soam has come on, and Riccardo Orsolini is on. But now it looks like they're going to have to take Vitic off as well. Alexander Sorloth, the Villa. Is he? Where's he at now? Was he at Atletico? Oh, I've gone blurry there. Does that sometimes. Missed the first half. Pop, but looks like played well. Yeah, man. It's been a good first half. Clinical again from Villa. Missed a penalty as well, mate. Don't know why it's gone blurry. That's better. Yeah. Just have to play it safe. Just have to play it sensible. I thought Dini was going to get a yellow card, but managed to. Yeah, he's playing at Atletico. I thought so. But Dini didn't get a yellow card, but we just need to play it sensible. Nothing silly. Rono picks the ball up, and McGinn just in the back there. Referee says no foul. And Villa pick the ball up. Consa with it, goes back to Martinez. And Martinez just pointing to where he wants to play. He's probably going to go long because they keep it 2-on-2 at the back. It's just Watkins and Rogers tried to just do a little bit of position rotation there, but Onana steps in. And the ref's given a foul for that. What? Is he joking? That's got to be a joke. Onana steps in. Onana steps in and takes the ball. The player kicks his leg. That's bizarre. Ball into the attacker for Bologna. Castro hits the shot, and it's off of Pau Torres. Oh, no, it's not. It's way over and wide. Wild shot. Yeah, honestly, some of the referee's been so bizarre because some of it is let flow. Like that McGinn one, I thought that was a definite free kick, but he didn't give it. And then the Onana one, clean tackle, totally clean tackle, and then gives a free kick. Absolutely bizarre. Consa holding off the attacker, plays it back to Martinez, who goes long, headed back into danger area by Bologna. Torres, though, gets it clear. And ball finds itself to Jonathan Rowe. And Cash steps in well and puts it out for a throw-in. But I haven't really held on to the ball much this half yet. But they'll wait for their moment. Why I'd be interested to see if he makes a couple of changes in the next 5 minutes or so. But again, a lot of this play from Bologna is in front of Villa. They're keeping a good shape. clips ball over the top. Torres does well to knee it down, but it's bouncing in the box and it's hit. The shot comes off Yuri Tillemans, off Orsoli, and it's out for a corner. Ooh, 2-2 Braga. Torres a little bit caught on his heels there. Tried to bring it down. It just bounced away from him a little bit. And then the shot from the substitute from Bologna goes out for a corner. Moro now is looking to put it into the box. Yeah, you never know. Ref could give a yellow. Clipped in, headed away by Onana. Headed down by Buendia and just smashed up into the air by Miranda. I don't know what he was trying to do there. I think he went to sort of duck out of the kicking the ball and then ended up blasting it out of play. Come on, Villa. Yes, David. Come on, Villa. Long kick again from Emi. Headed up in the air by Watkins. Down to Buendia. Buendia manages to keep hold of it. He's fouled there. Clearly fouled. Could have played it out to Rogers. I think he was trying to, but I think that player had his arms around his neck or something. Yeah, just pulling him around the neck. Wanting his shirt, wanting to change shirts before the full-time whistle already. Ooh, Braga got a pen. Interesting. That game's good, isn't it? Cash clips it into the box, looking for Torres, headed down into the box though, but it's managed to be cleared by a Bologna boot. Headed down by Cash to Luca Dean. Dean finds Cash again. Cash puts it back to Martinez, just about gets enough on it. Martinez, no nonsense, goes long. Again, looking for Torres this time, and Buendia steps in. Buendia is so keen to get on the ball. He's taking the ball off his own players. Now Torres, Buendia is trying to get back. Brilliant energy from Emi Buendia. And Luca Dean does really well to win it back. And then Torres can clip the ball forward up the line. Watkins pulled in the back there. Clearly. There you go. Free kick. I think we'll see some changes shortly. Long ball forward. Rogers has got him behind and pulled back. Got to be a pullback. What's the referee giving here? Handball? It comes off the defender's head. Unai not happy. (3-2) to Braga. Wow. Now that is a game. McGinn. Oh, poor ball. No, Villa players don't really want to put a tackle in here. Oh, Emi Martinez. Bloody hell. Castro, though, crosses in. Cash, though, picks it up. Plays it into Watkins. Lovely layoff from Watkins. Rogers now. Little outside of the foot pass to Watkins. He's against Vitek, and Vitek does really well to get sliding. But lovely play between the two of them there. You can see he was cutting through. Now we're into the 56th minute. Still no sign of any changes yet. Bologna coming forward. Fair play to them. They're pushing forward, aren't they? Step over, cross in. Headed away. Edge of the box, crossed in again. Headed down. It's got to be offside, that number 7. Puts it back in. It's just, yeah, offside. Those are the bits where someone could get injured. Yeah, they're still putting the effort in, aren't they? Fair play to them. Yeah, he's offside. Martinez, man. Bloody hell. Konsa, Onana. Back to Martinez. Thing is, they get loads of rest now because Martinez just stands on the ball for 30 seconds. Long, looking for Rodgers, headed up in the air. And then out to Rowe. Rowe coming forward. Ferguson drops it back to halfway line. Bologna again enjoying possession, but again, still all in front of Aston Villa. Digne does well. Tielemans. Digne again. Is keeping hold of it. Clips it up the line. Watkins holds it up well. Finds Rodgers brilliantly, but Rodgers tries to turn away, and the referee does give a free kick there for Villa. I tell you what, Watkins held the ball up so well against all the centre backs against Bologna this week and last week. That's perfect centre forward play. It's exactly what you want. Exactly what you want from a centre forward. Bologna fans still singing. Fair play to them. Ball back to Martinez. I mean, it is a naive tactic, to be honest, because they have pretty much conceded 2 goals from us being able to clip the ball long and they go 2-on-2 at the back. It's a strange tactic. McGinn to Onana to Tielemans. Out to Pau Torres. He's got Rodgers in behind. He's still coming forwards with the ball. Clips it into Watkins. Watkins back to Buendia. Buendia loses out. Not sure what he was trying to do there. I think maybe Ollie could have turned on that one. Throw into Villa, though. Bit of possession for Villa now. Ball thrown in by Digne. Buendia just gives it away. Good tackle from Onana. But, oh no, Tielemans can still bring it. Oh, look. Poor pass from Tielemans there. He had McGinn to play in. But played it straight to the Bologna defender. I'm just seeing if there's any activity on the Villa bench, but it doesn't look like it yet. Getting up to the 60th minute. Long crossfield ball looking for Rowe. It's a great ball. Well brought down, but Cash was right on his toes and McGinn backing him up. I mean, I guess that's what McGinn's doing as well so well. Tielemans linking up with Onana. Onana driving forward. Finds Ollie. Back to Onana. Onana, nice little clip into Tielemans. First time pass into Buendia. Tielemans still going. Finds Luca Digne now. Digne into Watkins. Watkins little jink away. And that is a free kick to Villa. We are going to have to watch a little bit. We do need fitness. Yeah, you're right, Steve. We just have to watch because they might throw in a few challenges. Yeah, Onana's been brilliant. So many players have had a good game tonight. Oh, Fiorentina 2-1 up against Palace, but Palace is still 4-2 up on aggregate. Still 1-0 Forest against Porto. Can anyone give me a report on how that game is going in terms of play? Or Porto putting them under pressure? Oh, yes, LG. Porto just hit the bar. Forest is struggling. Bit of tension there. Bit of tension in the air, maybe. Right. Bit of activity. Leon Bailey is coming on. I can see Bailey getting warmed up or getting stripped off. How do we feel about that, people? Stand up if you love Villa. Rogers. Oh, short one. McGinn. Out to Konsa. This has not been planned. Cash. Konsa. Hold it up. Back to Cash. We're not going to put a cross in. Torres. Konsa. Torres. Oh, that was such a mess. That wasn't a free kick. He did. He got the ball and then he hit his ankle. Few chances here for Porto, it looks like. So Tammy's coming on. Leon's coming on. So good for Tammy to get a good few minutes. We've got over 200 in the chat. How many likes have we got? I need to get a like check. Can we go for 150 likes? Current scores on the doors. Freiburg beat Celta Vigo 3-1 and went through 6-1 in aggregate. Aston Villa 3, Bologna 0. Forest 1, Porto 0. Real Betis 2, Braga 3. John McGinn is coming off. He gives the captain's armband to Ezri Konsa. We're on 114 likes. Yes, so let's go for 150. Come on. We can do it. 150 likes, people. Leon Bailey coming in and Watkins going off. And Big Tammy coming on. Come on, Tammy. Let's get a goal. Great. Very, very good performance from Watkins. Very, very good performance from John McGinn. So they've done their job. Good for Tammy to get half an hour. If Villa win 5-0, I'll smash the like button. Good man. Good man. Headed up in the air by Yuri. And again by Onana. Bologna going down for quite a few, very soft minute going down. I'd look to make another couple of changes after another 5-10 minutes. Maybe Sancho on for Buendia, and maybe a central midfield change. Luca Dean just over controls it a little bit. It's out of play for throwing deep inside the Villa half. Zorta, Tammy does well. The ball bounces back to Bologna. Good cross in, headed down, but it's a free kick. Pushing the back on Cash. Onana's been brilliant, yes. Ollie Watkins has to be picked for England in the World Cup from a Norwich City fan. Quality striker as well as Morgan Rogers. Thank you for joining, Nigel. 132 likes. Yes, see, we're getting there, mate. We're getting there. Just another. Let's get to 150. 18 more likes. Come on. Unai, hands on the hips. He still wants the standards followed. Tammy heads it on. Bologna pick it up though, but Buendia's still working hard. Tammy trying to press. Yes, gets his long legs in, but again, the ball just doesn't quite drop for a Villa player. Onana stepping in. Konsa stepping in. Good battling from Castro there. Finds Jonathan Rowe out on the left-hand side. Down the line into Ferguson. Ferguson held up by Torres. He's trying to play for a foul. Ball bounces up off of Bailey and out for a throw-in to Bologna. Yeah, Watkins is better. Do you know? I said this. Watkins did better by not being in that England squad than by being in it, because he's now pretty much, if he gets a couple more goals between now and the end of the season, he's the second striker. You know, he's already scored what he scored against West Ham. He scored two. He scored against Lille. He scored against West Ham. He scored two against Bologna last week, and now he scored tonight. So yeah, he's on a bit of a good run of form at the minute for goals. So Bologna having a little bit of attack. Oh, Tielemans there steps in, but the referee says no foul. Tielemans looks to crossfield ball to Bailey, heads it down well to Cash. Now he's on the run. Oh, the ball should have gone into Rodgers there. Defender did well. Now Rose got some space to attack Konsa. Steps inside. That was a poor ball from Rose, to be fair, but they've worked it out wide again. Little dummy, back to the edge of the box. Shot, and it's straight into Martinez's arms. Game's gone a little bit scrappy now, but I guess we can expect that. Yeah, I saw that. Was it the BBC Sport interview he did, where he said he'd had a conversation with Michael Owen, and Michael Owen just told him to do what? Make a nuisance of himself again. Start getting under the skin of the centre back, and it's interesting that he's targeted a certain centre back every game and isolated himself 1v1 against them. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Tammy does need to get into the pace of this game, because that was good play from him. Just need to see him hold the ball up, bring players into the game. Onana to Konsa, back to Onana. Now Villa just need to keep hold of the ball a little bit here. Nice ball from Konsa into Buendia. Buendia holds off the midfielder, finds Morgan Rodgers. Nice little 1-2. Tammy steps in well. See, that was overplayed by Rodgers, because that was meant to go to Buendia, and Tammy did well to step in, but couldn't bring it under control. We just lost a little bit of rhythm. But like I say, we can't be too fussy. I want us to win the ball, get the ball to Bailey in a high area to put the ball across for Tammy. But at the moment, Tammy's running all over the place, and then he's not in position to hold the ball up. I think Buendia's blowing a little bit now, so we might see Sancho or Elliott. Into the 70th minute, still Villa 3, Bologna 0. And Villa just keeping the shape. Bologna, everything's sort of in front of Villa at the minute. Ball with Vitek, the centre back. And back to the goalkeeper. Emery having a word with McPhee here. Villa just pressing, but not overcommitting. And yeah, ball just inside of the Bologna half. But again, very much in front of Villa. Now they look to attack down the right-hand side. Wide players got it against Buendia. Cuts inside. Is he going to put a cross in? No. Again, in front. Plays the ball, but it's easy from Emi Martinez. So they've played about 30 passes there, and nothing's come of it. 144 likes. Come on, six more to get that target of 150. Torres long into Tammy. Oh, that's poor from Tammy there, but we pick it back up again. Not good. I don't want to criticise him there, but you could see that ball coming into him from a long way. Castro. Some more activity on the bench here from Villa. So it looks like a couple more substitutions are happening. Can't see who it is yet. But Ferguson gets behind the Villa defence, clips it into the box. Castro gets his feet completely missed up, and Buendia picks it up and plays it back to Pau Torres. Tries to step inside the defender. He does. Dini now carrying it out. Puts Onana under pressure, but it goes back to Pau Torres. Torres, long boot upfield. And Rodgers is chasing that. Game's just turned into a bit of a mess at the minute. Yes. Smash those likes. Yes, yes, yes. Will Abraham score? Well, he hasn't really had a touch of the ball yet. Rowe clips it over the top. Ooh, that's a pen. No, goal kick. Oh, I don't know about that. He totally went in for Takonsa. Hayes carry up the Villa. Luiz and Sancho to come on. Yuri, I think, is going to come off. So, and Morgan Rodgers is going to get a rest. There we go. Rodgers is getting his rest. Yes, David, 149 likes. Curry, have you hit that like button now? You've joined us in the chat. Make it the 150th. $100 goals for Watkins for Villa. Let's not forget that one. Good play by Martinez, coming out well. We need to like, it's noticeable, right? How, and look, I'm not blaming him in any way, shape, or form, but the ball is not sticking up front right now. And we need, I know there's been substitutions. I know the intensity of the game's dropped. I know all of that. But we just need to get the ball sticking up front. We haven't played the ball in their half at all since we took Watkins off. Tammy. Now he does well. Now he's got a bit of space to operate. Could have played this to Sancho a lot earlier, but Sancho to Bailey. Back to Sancho. Nice little jink. Oh, Bailey cuts back inside. Tries to find Tammy, but picked up by the defender. Picked up by Luiz now. This is better. Sancho drops the shoulder. Plays to Leon Bailey, but it's poor touch from Bailey there. Why would he have a poor touch there when just bring it under control? Yes, agreed. Castro coming off. There we go. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much for your support, everyone. It's been a great watch along so far. Villa 3, Bologna 0. First half goals from Watkins, Buendia, and Morgan Rodgers after Rodgers missed a penalty. 6-1 on aggregate into the semi-finals. Looks like we're going to face Nottingham Forest in that semi-final. At the moment, they are 1-0 ahead against Porto, who are down to 10 men, 2-1 on aggregate. And Villa have been able to rest their players. Sancho plays to Torres, and it goes back to Emi Martinez. Who must like me? Yes, hopefully you do, guys. Hopefully you do. 4-2 to Braga now. That is a bit of a turn up for the Bucks. Long kick up field from Martinez, headed up by Abraham, held up by Leon Bailey. That's better. Loses out to Rowe, but he wins it back. Yes, Leon. Don't give it away. Keep going, keep going. He's doubled up again. And then ambitious effort from Ferguson. And it's back to Martinez. I swear, Bailey beats himself sometimes. He just did so many little step overs and jinks there and drops to the shoulder. Just run with the ball. But that was better from Tammy. Into Sancho now. Nice little layoff to Luiz. Luiz to Conte. Now Villa just found a little bit of rhythm again. Nice ball around the corner from Luiz. Oh, that's cynical from the midfielder. That's got to be a yellow card there. Another substitution for Villa. Looks like it's Bogard. And it's Onana to come off. So no, we're not going to see Harvey Elliott tonight, guys. Another great performance from Amadou. Excellent performance. Oh, keeper. Just about gets it cleared. Bologna players are arguing about something. Free kick. Yeah, another fantastic away trip in Europe. Yes, all the way to Nottingham. So not really any chances for Villa this half. I can't recall many chances in this second half. It's been very scrappy. Lost a bit of shape. But job's done. Job's done. And it's very difficult to sort of keep that momentum going into a second half when you know that the game's already won, the tie's over. You know, it becomes a training session. Bologna still searching for a goal. Clipped in, headed up in the air by Konsa, and picked up by Martinez. Good ball in that, but good play by Ezri. Wanting to keep that clean sheet. Yeah, Emery likes that. Torres back to Martinez. Be nice to just round it off with a goal, wouldn't it? Just to round off the night with a goal. Konsa now. Still pressing Bologna. Fair play to them. Nice little flick by Bailey. Oh, Sancho there. Tries the little flick. Bailey wins it back though. Now he's driving forward. He's got Tammy in front of him. He's still going. Still going. Plays it out to Luca Dean. Luca Dean, hits the shot on target. Keeper gets down this time at his near post and saves it. That was better from Leon. Driving forward. Tees up Luca Dean. Had to shoot really because the defender had kept going. Close it down and then he has a good shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. So I've got a bit of a cold, people. Throw in now to Villa. Oh, injury here for the Bologna defender. Referee saying to make the change. Oh, he's referee telling the coach to make the change. Oh, Forest could have killed the game there. It looks like a chance for them. But still 1-0, 10 minutes to go. That looks like a good game. AEK Athens against Rayo Vallecano. AEK are 3-1 up, but it's 4-3 to Vallecano and aggregate. He has, Jimmy. It has been his best season. Luca Dean throws it back to Pau Torres. Into Sancho. Back to Torres. He'll go all the way back to Martinez. It's amazing how we have an attacking throwing him all the way back to the goalkeeper who goes long. But nice ball to Sancho, but he couldn't quite bring it under his control. And the ball's back with the Bologna keeper. So Buendia's had a full 90. Crossfield ball. Headed up and away by Luca Dean. Don't foul him. He's had a good season this season, Nigel. I mean, he's had a couple of dodgy seasons, had bad time of injury as well. But this season, when everyone thought he was going to be sold, like Unai said he could leave, and then he came back in and scored a couple of vital goals against Fulham and against Tottenham, and then has just continued with that. And he's had a really, really good season for him. A couple of dodgy moments, but yeah, generally he's been a really effective player for us. Rowe, jinking forward, beats a couple of men, but Bogard does well to step in. And I think the referee gave a free kick there. I think there's a pull on Bogard or Buendia. I'm not sure which one of the two. So into the last 6 minutes of the game. Can Villa round it off? Great to get a fourth goal. Cash to Tammy. Oh, didn't bring that under control, did he? Jonathan Rowe cuts inside. Sets it off. Still gets the ball back, looking for the ball back, but Pau Torres reads the game really well. And then chips it up the line, looking for Sancho. Nice little touch from Sancho. Oh, almost brilliant feet there, but just couldn't quite get past the Bologna defender. Cross comes in. Konsa gets it clear. And it's a throw-in. Vitek now. Or Vitek. Ferguson and Rowe have kept going all night. I mean, they haven't played too badly. They're just so naive at certain times in the game. They've kept trying to press. They've kept trying to pass the ball, but they just haven't got enough quality. Oh, poor ball by Cash there. That was a tired pass. He does well, though. Blocks it out for a throw-in. So who are you saying for man of the match, chat? Who gets man of the match? Wolfie's squirming. Good. Oh, nice reverse pass by Rowe. Brilliant defending by Konsa. Clipped over. Still not scored. Are they asking for a corner? Great defending from Dina there. Onana says Charlie Ann. Adam says Onana. Yeah, he had a great game. good defending. Good defending from Digne. I think Digne's had a good game. Quietly had a good game. Goal kick to Villa. Onana. Looks like it's unanimous. I think Const's had a very good second half. It's a little bit rattled in the first half. I think he's had a very good second half. I think Ollie was very good. Rodgers, better. Tammy, come on. Ball out of play, throw into Villa. Emery, man of the match, yeah. Buendia's had a good game. Very good game from Emery Buendia. Am I right? How many teams who've got through to semis that didn't go in and finish in the top 8? I know obviously Boris didn't, but it'd be interesting to see. Did Freiburg finish in the top 8? Oh, that's nice. Buendia now. Oh, little drop off. Bailey. Shots. Oh, deflected. Corner. Lovely move from Villa, that. Lovely move. I think that was heading on target, certainly. Corner to Villa, though. Come on, let's end with a flourish. But that was nice football, nice little dummy. I think it might have been from Sancho or Buendia. Come on. Luis to take the corner. Clips it in. Tammy goes up for it. Contact. Yes! What a volley that is. What a finish. Esri Konsa, 2-2 in Europe, and that puts the icing on the cake. Corner in from Douglas Luiz, headed up in the air, and on the turn, volley on the turn from Esri Konsa. Beautiful finish into the bottom corner. Aston Villa 4, Bologna 0. And that's the end of the game that we wanted. We wanted to end it on a nice goal to round it off at the Holt end. Brilliant finish from Esri Konsa. Volley on the turn there. Goalkeeper, absolutely no chance. That was like a striker. Like a striker finishing that. Brilliant finish. Euro Konsa. Yes, Pop. One more goal and be smashing that like button. Come on. Give me a like now. Come on. You might as well. 4-0 Villa. Goals are flowing now. Come on, Villa. And that's it. That's it. Yes, cheers, Stephen. Great show. Absolutely great result. Clinical performance, controlled performance, everything you want. Goals from different players. Watkins gets his 100th goal for Aston Villa. Emi Buendia, brilliant little finish after Morgan Rodgers missed a penalty. Morgan Rodgers then makes up for it with a brilliant finish to make it 3-0 at half-time. Game, set, and match. And then to round it off after a bit of a scrappy second half where Villa really didn't exert themselves too much, Esri Konsa with a brilliant volley to finish the game off. 4-0 at Villa Park, 7-1 on aggregate. Nothing else you can say. What more can you say? Takes us beautifully into the semi-finals. It looks like it's going to be against Nottingham Forest, although they are in to the final minute of that game. and we will see. We will see how we go. Thank you all so much for joining in the chat. I thought we had well over 200 of you in at any one time. So fantastic again. We'll be back with another watch along on Sunday where let's get the victory against Sunderland. We need that victory against Sunderland. I'll also do my instant reactions shortly. I will be doing a match preview over the next couple of days for that Sunderland game as well. So loads and loads of shows to come. Make sure you stay with the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Help us continue on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Onwards and upwards. Final four in the Europa League. This is our year. Come on. It's got to be our year. Thank you all for watching. And as always, always remember, we all follow the Villa.